Okay folks, so we're going to be looking at breaking brackets this week and kind of tidying up algebraic expressions. Now, we've done this before, okay, so a lot of this will be revision, but we're also going to kind of take on to some trickier ones as well that we've maybe not looked at in as much detail. We have done them before, but we would probably need a lot more revision of them. And it might be that after a couple of lessons this week, maybe on Tuesday afternoon, we actually need to go over some of the trickier ones again in the lesson, okay? So this first video should get you through most of the work that I've set, but it might be that we need to supplement it with something else kind of come later on Tuesday, okay? So we'll see how we get on. But remember, when we're breaking brackets, guys, it's when we've got something like this first question, so 3 bracket a plus 7, and we want to get rid of the brackets. We're multiplying them out, okay? So we are doing 3 times a, and we're doing 3 times 7, remember. So 3 times a, remember we just write as 3a, and then 3 times 7, 3 times 7 is 21. So this will be 3a plus 21 for the first one. For the second one, same idea. We're doing 5 times r is 5r plus 5 times 3 is 15. So we have 5r plus 15 for that one. For the next one, it's a 20 on the outside. So we've got 20 times g is 20g. And then we've got take away 20 times 7. 20 times 7, well, 2 times 7 is 14, so 20 times 7 is going to be 140. So the answer to that one is 20g, take away 140. And that, as I'm saying, guys, we should be remembering that. We've been doing it in homeworks and stuff, so hopefully that's okay. Next one looks a wee bit different, okay, because we've got 8 times 3 first, but that's okay. 8 times 3 is 24. Then it's take away. 8 times q, remember, is just 8q. That's how we write it. The next one, 3 times 2t. Now, 3 times 2t, it's like thinking about 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. So 3 times 2t is 6t. And then we've got the take away. 3 times 1 is just 3. So this will be 6t take away 3. Remember, you can have letters in them both. So with this next one, we've got 8 times 2p. Well, 8 times 2 is 16. So that'll be 16p plus 8 times 3 is 24. So that will be 24q. So don't overthink it with the letters. Okay, concentrate on the numbers that you're multiplying and that'll be good. However, we might get to some like the next 3. Sorry guys, might get to some like the next 3. Where actually we've got letters involved as well. Now, this might need a wee bit of a reminder here. What's going on here? Okay. Oh, sorry guys, this is not playing ball. There we go. So, we're actually going to start with 8 and 9. In fact, no, we'll just change question 7 there. There we go. That's a little bit better, and we'll change question 9. That looks a better question. So, x times x. X times itself. Okay, x times itself is x squared. Okay, remember if we times something by itself, we can write it as squared, so that's going to be x squared. And then I've got x times y, so that's going to give me plus xy. Okay, so it'll be x squared plus xy. For the next one, same idea. We've got a times 3a. Well, we can just put the 3 down, and then a times a is a squared. Okay, and then a times b, remember we just write as ab, like that. The last one, a wee bit more complicated. 2x times 7. So we need to multiply the numbers together. 2 times 7 is 14, and then the only letter we've got is x, and then it's take away. 2x times y is just 2xy. Remember, that means 2x times y. So you're really just writing all the parts of the term together like that. Okay, now with the work that I've set you, that should allow you to do most of exercise 2, question 1 and 2. Okay, And then question 3, you'll notice that we've got 3 terms in the bracket instead of 2. Now, that doesn't change what we do, guys. We're still going to do the exact same thing here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 times A is 4A, plus 4 times 2B, 4 times positive 2 is 8, so that'll be 8B, sorry. There we go. And then 4 times minus 1, look at that, it's a minus 1. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. So 4A plus 8B minus 4. So it just means we've got a few more steps to go. So 3 times 2x, 3 times 2 is 6, so that's going to be 6x. Then 3 times 3y, it's a plus. 3 times 3 is 9, so that'll be 9y. And then 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Okay, last one that's got 3 in the bracket here, just as an example, we're doing x times x. Remember, we've said that that's x squared. Then x times minus 1 is going to be minus x. And then x times plus y is plus xy, like that. So these ones are a wee bit trickier, okay, but hopefully you'll get on okay with them, and you can come on the call and ask me for help at any point you're not sure. Now, what we definitely haven't really done, guys, is the ones like question 5 on exercise 2, which is like question 13 and 14 here on the examples. So the next 5 examples, the next 5 examples, guys, are a wee bit newer to us. And the reason that we did negative numbers last week as a bit of revision was because we're now multiplying by a negative number. So notice here, we're going to be doing minus 2 times everything. So minus 2 times positive A, negative times a positive is a negative, and 2 times A is just 2A. And then it's minus 2 times positive 2. So a minus times a positive is a negative, and 2 times 2 is 4. So we should have minus 2A minus 4. So you might need to take your time with these ones. That's okay. That's what we want you to do, okay? I've not given you as many questions this week to do because I really want you to take your time and think them over. Let's look at question 14 in the same way. We've got minus 4 times plus x. Negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times x is 4x. We've then got negative 4 times negative 2. Negative times a negative is a positive now, guys. So minus 4 times minus 2 is positive 8. So we need to be really careful with those signs there. Okay. Let's look at the next one in the same way. Minus x times 2 is minus 2x. And minus x times plus y, a negative times a positive is a negative, and x times y is xy. Okay, and we can start to make them a wee bit more complicated in terms of having slightly bigger numbers. Okay, so minus 5 times f, positive f, negative times a positive is a negative, so negative 5f. Minus 5 times plus 2e, minus 5 times plus 2 is minus 10, so that would be negative 10e, so minus 5f minus 10e. And then this last one here, before we move on to a slightly different type, minus 3f times g, we just write as minus 3fg, and then minus 3f times positive 2f. Deal with the numbers first, folks. Negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6, and f times f is f squared, because it's f multiplied by itself. Okay, that should be enough for you to do exercise 2. So you might just want to stop the video there if you're watching the video and go on and do exercise 2, and then come back to this point in the video to look at some stuff that's going to help you with exercise 3. And as I said, we might need to add in another video for help, or another lesson online to help with exercise 3. But I'm just going to do it very quickly just so you've got a basic reference for it. Okay, so you can come back to this video at any time. Okay, but again, we've done some of exercise 3 before, in particular question 1, but we have done some of 2 as well, 2 and 3. okay, where we've got to multiply out the bracket, but then we've also got to tidy up the terms, okay, because if we multiply out just the bracket, we're going to get 6x plus 2, and then we've still got that plus 5 on the end. Now remember, the 5's not in the bracket, so it doesn't get multiplied, okay, but what we can say then is that this is 6x plus 7, because this is a number just, and this is a number just, so we can bring them together. We can do that sum, that plus 2 plus 5. Okay, same idea with the next one. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 times minus 2h is going to be minus 20h, but then we've got that plus 30h on the end that, remember, doesn't get multiplied by 10 because it's not in the bracket. Now, this time, the 40 is just a number, and it's on its own. There's no other things there that are just numbers, but we've got two things that have got this h. We've got minus 20h, add 30h, which is the same, remember, as 30h take away 20h, so that's going to give you plus 10h when you simplify it, collecting the like terms as another way of describing it. Okay, now we've got two more examples here that kind of talk you through the rest of the questions that you might get. So in one of them, it might give you something at the start instead. Now just kind of ignore that to begin with. So I'm kind of writing the 2p down and not thinking about it. And then I'm saying, right, 3 times 3p is 9p, and 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. I've got it all multiplied out now, and now I can tidy it up. So what have I got? I've got a 2p plus a 9p. Well, that'll be 11p, and then the minus 3, there's no other numbers to tidy up, so that'll just be minus 3. Equally, if we end up with something like this last one, 21 here, okay, where we've got two brackets, then the 2 is going to multiply this bracket, and the 3 is going to multiply that bracket. So let's just concentrate on doing that first of all. Okay, so 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times y is 2y. Like that, and then we're going to have plus 3x, and we're going to have minus 3y. So that is our starting point. And in a question, if this was in a test or a homework or something like that, you'd get 2 marks just for that bit. Okay, and then we notice that we've got a 2x plus a 3x. Well, 2x plus 3x is 5x. And we also notice, hopefully, that we've got a 2y take away 3y. So if we've got 2y and we take away 3y, we end up with minus 1y, or minus y. Now, this will probably not be enough. We'll probably need to go back over this, but hopefully that will get you started. And remember, you can get in touch with me and ask me about any questions.